So here's a wild thought. Could a tiny, screenless device actually replace the smartphone that's probably in your pocket or your hand right now? I mean, that's the huge promise behind this thing called the Watcher AI, a gadget that wants to completely change how we interact with technology itself. So let's dive in and break down what this is and see if it's truly the future or maybe just a really fascinating experiment. Okay, so to get a feel for what we're even talking about, just listen to this. The device has its own speaker and mic, and as you can hear, it can handle simple stuff, checking the weather, almost like a little voice assistant you can hold. But honestly, that's just scratching the surface. Its real power, it goes way deeper than that. So what exactly is this thing? Well, the creator's big idea is to solve a very modern problem. We're all glued to our screens, right? The vision is that in the future, instead of pulling out your phone and tapping through a dozen apps, you just talk. You talk to an AI bot that goes and does all the complicated stuff for you. And this little device, with its camera and mic, is supposed to be the first big step into that screen-free world. Now, this is really important. This is actually the second version of the device. The first one, well, it was basically like a walking, talking chat GPT you could ask questions to. Cool, but limited. But this new version? Whoa. The ambition is so much bigger. It's not just an AI anymore. It's designed to be a whole platform that connects to and, get this, controls the other software in your life. And that brings us to the one feature that has everybody talking, the real secret sauce here. It's a technology called MCP. This is the thing that separates the Watcher AI from a simple voice assistant and turns it into something, well, something that could be a total game changer. So let's break down what that actually means. So think of MCP. It's like this universal translator, this bridge, right? Its full name is Multi-Platform Connectivity Protocol. And what it does is let the device talk to other software systems. And I don't just mean searching the web. We're talking about reaching into private, specific software, like a company's internal sales tools. And this is where it gets really cool. Imagine you're a business owner. Instead of opening your laptop, logging into your CRM, running a report, you just hold this little device and ask, what were our sales last month? The Watcher AI uses MCP to connect right into your CRM, pulls the data, and just tells you the answer. No screens, no logging in, no clicking around. You just get the answer instantly. And here's something you really need to get. This is not a closed box like your iPhone. The whole philosophy here is about being open. The software is open source, so developers can get in there and mess with the code. You can even unplug their default AI and plug in your own large language model. And you see those pins on the back? That's not just for show. They're for adding new hardware, new sensors. It's built for tinkerers. The reviewer who got their hands on this thing, well, they put it perfectly. They said that if this MCP technology really works as promised, letting any piece of tech have a conversational AI layer, it truly could change everything. It's a massive idea. Okay, so that's the big, grand vision. But let's get real for a second. What's it actually like to use this thing right now in the real world? Well, getting started is, let's call it a multi-step dance. You know the drill if you've ever set up a smart home gadget. The device makes a hotspot, you got to connect your phone to it, you type in your Wi-Fi password, and then you have to go online to register it. It works, but seamless it is not. And it didn't take long. After just one day, the reviewer hit a massive wall. The biggest problem, the real showstopper, isn't the hardware or the concept. It all comes down to one thing. Actually getting this device to talk to other software is, well, it's really hard for a normal person. The reviewer's plea really gets to the core of it. The company built this powerful connection point, this MCP thing, but they haven't given users any easy tools to actually, link it to anything. It's like they handed you this incredibly powerful engine, but gave you zero tools and no manual to build the rest of the car around it. And this huge integration problem? It's made even worse by a whole list of other issues, the kind of stuff you'd expect from a brand new product. The documentation is super weak, so even developers are struggling. The reviewer found that the Hindi language support was buggy. And maybe the most frustrating part, the device's firmware wouldn't update, so you couldn't even get the latest features. So you end up with this massive gap, right? How does that incredible vision we just talked about stack up against, well, the reality of using it today? I mean, the contrast is just stark. On one hand, the vision is seamless integrations and advanced AI. But the reality right now is weak documentation and unfinished software. The promise is this open, customizable platform, but the current experience is bogged down by bugs. There's just this huge chasm between the incredible idea and the product as it exists today. So yeah, the final verdict from the reviewer, it's pretty clear-cut. This thing is just too early for mass adoption. If you're a developer, a hacker, someone who loves to write code and tinker with a brand new platform, this could be an amazing tool for you. But if you're just an average person looking for a cool new gadget, not yet. Not even close.
But, and this is a big but, despite all those problems, this Watch Your AI platform gives us a fascinating peek into what could be coming next. The company has a really clear roadmap for where this is all going.
And the plans they have are pretty wild. They're working on a knowledge-based feature, so the AI actually remembers you and what you've talked about. They're adding voice and face recognition to make it more personal. New hardware add-ons are in the works. And this is a big one for a lot of people. They want to let you connect the device to a language model running locally, right on your own computer. And that brings us to what might be the most powerful takeaway of the whole review. The reviewer concluded that even with all its flaws, this feels like the kind of hardware that a major AI company like OpenAI would build. That's huge. It's basically saying this thing, flaws and all, feels like a prototype from the future, a physical sign of where AI is going next.
And so that leaves us with the million-dollar question, doesn't it? Are we looking at the blueprint for how we're all going to be using computers in the future? Or is it just a really cool, really ambitious gadget that's still trying to figure out what it wants to be? The vision is massive for sure, but the journey from a buggy first version to a device that could actually replace your phone, well, that's still a very, very long one.